Yiju wakes up in a hospital bed with tubes in her mouth, unable to move. Beside her stands Lee, the woman she has called mother her whole life. But Lee isn't crying. She leans down, looks at Yiju like she's something dirty, and unplugs her ventilator. As Yiju suffocates, Lee whispers the cruelest lesson of her life. In your next life, don't be too nice. Then Yiju dies, and 1 second later, she opens her eyes inside a bridal shop. Same wedding dress, same saleswoman, same fiancé waiting outside with that fake, gentle smile. But now, a wound burns on her wrist, and beneath it, a countdown has appeared. She has 1 year left, so Yiju grabs a pen from Seahawk's jacket, slices through the white dress, crushes the bouquet into his face, and walks out. This time, the bride isn't here to be loved. She's here to make them bleed. 1 year earlier, Yiju still believes her life can be saved by being obedient. She paints a family portrait for her mother's gallery opening. She serves her husband's family, apologizes when they insult her food, and even hands her mother-in-law a bank card. Like humiliation is part of marriage. But while Yiju is begging for scraps of affection, Seahawk is at the gallery staring at her younger sister Yura, like she's the woman he actually married. Yura knows it too. She links arms with him in front of Yiju and smiles, saying they look better together. Yiju wants to ignore it. Then the auction begins. A rich guest suddenly slaps Lee and accuses the gallery of selling fake paintings. Police arrive. Lee's assistant points at Yiju and says the forged works were made by her. Yiju runs to find her husband. Instead, she finds him confessing his love to Yura. Seahawk gives her divorce papers and says he only married her out of pity. Yura looks at them both like they're insects, and when police come to arrest Yiju, she runs into the street, broken enough not to notice the car. The crash doesn't kill her right away. Lee finishes the job in the hospital. That's why, after returning to the past, Yiju cancels the engagement before Seahawk can use her again. He drops to his knees, not out of love, but because his family is drowning in debt. Yiju finally sees the truth. He needed her money, her name, and a way to stay close to Yura. So she leaves him there. Then she hears Yura talking about a new target, Doguk, a rich heir, and Yiju smiles. If Yura wants him, Yiju will take him first. The next day, Yiju meets Doguk in a cafe and offers him a contract marriage. No romance, no touching, separate finances, 1 year only. Doguk laughs at how bold she is. He tests her with a hotel key, but upstairs is only his private office. He wanted to see if she'd panic during a negotiation. She does panic. Then she sits down and tells him exactly what he gains. Marriage helps his company, and she can help him fight his competitors. When he asks why him, Yiju answers, "You seem capable of seeing my value." That sentence catches him more than any seduction could. They drink to the deal, but Yiju drinks too much. Half-conscious, she admits that when she died, her whole life flashed before her eyes, and there wasn't a single happy moment worth keeping. Doguk's face changes. The woman using him for revenge isn't greedy. She's starving. The next morning, Yiju returns home and Lee slaps her for stealing Yura's man. Yura cries like the victim, and Lee orders Yiju locked in her room until she agrees to marry Seahawk. It's the same room where Lee punished her as a child, but this time, Yiju has someone to call. Doguk shows up like a prince who knows exactly how ridiculous that sounds. He rescues her, tells Lee he'll protect Yiju from now on, and takes her away. Later, he brings her to a park and buys her sealed snacks because she can't trust normal food. Yiju finally admits someone once drugged her meal, and since then, eating has felt like survival. Doguk listens without pity. Then he picks a tiny wildflower, uses it as a ring, and promises to help with her revenge. If watching her turn pain into power feels this good, subscribe. Their fake romance becomes public through kissing photos, and Yiju realizes Doguk leaked them on purpose. He isn't trapping her. He's forcing both families to take their marriage seriously. He signs every term she wants, including the 1 year limit, then gives her a house to use as their secret base. Inside the closet are clothes chosen for her. For the first time, Yiju feels what it's like to be expected somewhere. Lee tries to destroy the engagement at the family meeting, mocking Yiju as an adopted girl with no talent. But Yiju brings a painting as a gift for Doguk's grandmother. Lee panics. It's one of the works she secretly sold as an original. Yeju shows the certificate with Lee's signature and makes one thing clear: if Lee blocks the wedding, the forgery scandal comes back to life. From that day on, the weak daughter is gone. But revenge doesn't move in a straight line. Yura teams up with Jung, Do-guk's older brother, a man who still blames Do-guk for a childhood boat accident. Seahawk warns Yeju that Do-guk once pushed Jung overboard, but Yeju doesn't believe the monster story. Do-guk looks less like a killer than a man trapped inside a memory he cannot escape. While Do-guk fights his past, Yeju finds hers. Her grandfather finally shows her an old photo of her birth mother and reveals the impossible truth. Han, the man who adopted her and ignored her, is actually her biological father. Lee knew. She hid Yeju's identity, raised her like a servant, and pushed Yura forward as the real daughter. Yeju hears everything from a closet while Lee orders the old man to keep quiet. On the wedding day, Lee tries one last humiliation by claiming Yeju's father is too sick to attend. Yeju almost loses control, but Do-guk stops her. He tells her today she must be the happiest bride in the room because that's what will hurt them most. So Yeju walks down the aisle smiling, with murder in her heart. During the honeymoon, Do-guk finally tells her the real story of Jung, how his brother attacked him first, fell during the struggle, and spent years using the injury to punish him for something he didn't do. Yeju tells him the truth about her father. Both of them are damaged. Both of them are tired of pretending. When Do-guk says, "I like you a lot," Yeju kisses him. That night, the fake marriage becomes real, and in the morning, a countdown appears on Do-guk's wrist too. Yeju begins taking back everything. She demands the gallery. She exposes Lee's forged paintings. She finds the nanny who once protected her and learns Lee was behind the poisoned food. She gives her father a DNA test, and when he refuses to believe it, she leaves him her hair and lets the truth chase him. Meanwhile, Do-guk exposes Seahawk and Yura for spreading scandals, forces Seahawk to confess, and destroys Jung's fake victim act inside the family company. Lee's empire starts cracking. Then Yeju finds the biggest missing piece. Jamie, her birth mother, is alive. She survived the fire Lee arranged years ago. She thought Yeju had died, and when she learned the truth, she returned quietly, too afraid her daughter would hate her. Yeju doesn't hate her, she hugs her. And now, Lee isn't only fighting a daughter she failed to kill, but a mother who's come back from ashes. Cornered, Lee kidnaps the old chairman and tries to seize the company, but her assistant betrays her, brings the chairman to the shareholder meeting, and exposes her fake medical records. The chairman gives his shares to Yeju. Han finally learns Yeju is his daughter and throws Lee out. With no money left, Lee runs to Dong, her old lover and the man who set the fire. She orders him to kill Yeju again, but Do-guk is already watching. When Dong drives straight toward Yeju, Do-guk throws himself in front of her and saves her. Police arrive, recordings surface, and Lee is finally arrested for everything she buried. For one moment, it looks over. Then Yeju sees Do-guk's wrist. His countdown is real, and he finally confesses the secret he's been hiding. In the first timeline, the driver who hit Yeju was him. He was trying to save her, crashed, died too, and woke up 1 year earlier with the same guilt burning inside him. He helped her because he loved her art before he ever knew her face. He helped her because he thought he had killed her. Yeju is shattered, but the truth doesn't erase what he became for her. Soon after, Jung escapes custody and kidnaps Yeju, dragging her toward the exact place where fate killed them before. Do-guk finds them. Jung stabs him. A truck roars toward them like time correcting its mistake. But this time, nobody dies. The countdown vanishes. They've broken the ending written for them. Do-guk survives. Yura loses every rich man she tried to use. Seahawk is left with the woman he ruined himself for. Jung goes to prison. Lee sits alone behind bars, abandoned by the daughter she chose over everyone. And Yeju, the girl who once died with no happy memories, finally gets a life full of ordinary ones. A warm meal, a safe home, a husband who came back through death to find her, and a little daughter who will never have to beg to be loved.